So last time we were writing our server, and I got to this weird issue where if I forgot how to type right now, if I do go run, I get this URL, and when I copy and paste it, it kind of like crashes, doesn't return anything. And my goal for this is to actually just like make content only on stream, or like try and write code only on stream, so that way everybody can live vicariously through my mistakes. So something happens where it doesn't exactly finish writing out the buffer. So one thing that I believe I noticed was, because I was just reviewing the code, I haven't really had a chance to try it yet, but if I come down here and I go to, and if you are curious what we're doing, we are trying to write a chatbot for Twitch without using any libraries. I was going through the documentation, and I think there was like an example right down here that says like, oh, if you want to see how to do this in Go, you can look at it here. And I was like, I wish I knew this yesterday. But I'm just having fun doing this, right? So I may as well keep going. Let's see here. Post. We got through all this, and pretty much what I want to do is I want to get this access token with the expires in and the refresh token scope. So that way I can check that my refresh token hasn't expired and then eagerly refresh it as needed. So what I want to do is, yes, we wait for the wait group, but what happens is when we write, we don't wait for that to finish being sent down to the client. So I think one issue that I'm having is that I wait for this to go out of scope before I do anything. And I think I need to get the flusher, right? So if I do w dot flusher, I know this thing has like some sort of flush associated with it. So if I go to writer, what is it? Response writer Golang, and I want to find response writer. Let's see here, response writer. I thought there's something about flushing. Writer flusher. Yeah, it does not contain flusher. And let's see here, flush end. I feel like there's an interface that we can cast response writer to, and then that contains the flusher. Auto add content not buffered, response writer in Golang. Some response writer may implement the flusher interface. This means you can do the following. Where is this? There we go. Response. Okay, so that's the response writer. So it's w dot, and then it's http dot flusher. Yeah, look at that. Okay, and then dot flush. So that should flush the response out and send it on down to the server. And then I think what we actually don't want to do is have this here. I think we want to copy that down here and paste it there to just say, hey, now it's time to shut down. And then we have this like cancel thing that gets canceled when we reach end of scope. If we come back to our wait group, oh, that's right. I think we're calling wait group done too many times, right? So this needs it done. The one up here in this wait group does not need to exist because we only call add once. Okay, I think that's better. I just saved. Let's try this to see if we just get anything on that web page. Oh, look at that. That's incredible. Okay, so failed to match on state and got an error. This is perfect. This is exactly where we want to be right now. So we know, and there's like no errors on the response. It just listened to the response, got it, showed it to us, and we moved on with our lives. So I think what we want to do is then implement the exchange for token. So where is the exchange URL? Here's the token. To get the token, send an HTTP post request to Twitch.tv auth token, and we have that Twitch token URL from last night. Set the following x form URL encoded parameters in the body of the post. Okay. So we have the client ID parameters in the body of the formatted for easier reading. So we could say, I am not familiar with how to send this in Golang. It's one of those things where you do it and you remember it, and then is it just a new request? API, resources, data, URL, dot values, data.set, data.set. URL on the body parameter, the new request, method, URL string. Method as a type that implements IO reader interface based on this sample. So we say URL string, which is parse request URI, API URL, UI.path, URL string. That makes sense. Okay, new request. Strings.new reader, data.encode. Ooh, okay. Okay, and then we'll probably need that header type. Great. So let's see here. That's URL.values, which we saw yesterday, if I recall correctly. So we'll say data. Where's the docs? Data equals %URL dot values data dot set, and this would be the property. So this would be client ID colon 80.client ID, which we still actually need to fetch because I have not set that up yet. Client secret, it's a secret, 80 dot client secret, client underscore secret, yep. And then data dot set. I have no idea what I'm actually streaming right now, what the title is. I was just too excited, I just hopped in. Data.set. Was thinking about this problem all day today. Code 80.code auth code. So this is the code that we get back when we receive the authorization codes. And then we have data.set grant type. And this is authorization underscore code. Hope I spelled that right. Sometimes my eyes trick me this late at night. Data.set. And then we want the redirect URI to be 80.redirect URI. Great. Okay. HTTP.new request method. This is why did I do that? This is a post. Back. Nope. Is it Shift K? Yeah, there we go. This peaks. New request reps. New request with context. So this takes a string, a URL, and then a body. So the URL would be that Twitch URL that I have up there. Twitch token URL. And then the body, what did they say? Data.encode. Codes values into URL encoded form. Oh, okay. And then what does this return, it returns a request and an error. Oh, and data.encode, I assume, needs the values. Encode encodes value into URL encoded. URL.values. And returns a string. Value of type. String, oh, because we need to do that, what is it, strings.reader. Strings.reader. New reader? Yeah, new reader. And then, there we go. And then if we come back to the beginning, we have our request and what was that again? I'm going to assume it was an error, but we'll find out here in a second. Yeah, it was an error. Okay, great. So if error does not equal nil, return error? Is it safe to just return an error? No, because we'll need the token information too. So we'll just say like string for now, and then an error. Oh, okay, and then there we go. And then I believe we want to do like, is there like a do? Oh no, we need to do headers. Where are the headers? Header contains a request header field either by received by the server or to be sent to the client. Yeah, dot set, and then I believe this is content type, and it's x www. That's a very hard thing to read. Form URL encoded. Coded. Yes. Yes. And then we need to send this request. So I think we do http.default client dot is do, right? No, it's post. No, it's do because you send the request. Post, you don't form the request. You just do the thing. Okay, do, and then we pass in request. I think it's a pointer to request. No, it is just request. Okay. And we'll say return nil. And then if the request succeeds, it returns an access token and refresh token. So we should probably do something where we do JSON to Pogo, right? Plain old Go objects. Yeah. Which will require a new type, and then we can serialize it and write it to the local storage on your device. So that way it knows where the refresh token is, and then it can do eager refreshes as needed in the background. We're getting somewhere. Okay. So exchange for token. We probably need a type up here. So we'll come up here. I'll say type. Type token response struct, and then here we go. Let's do token exchange response, and then we get the, what is it? Why did that add a space period? That was weird. Okay, it would be access token string. Why is it not? There we go. And then I believe it's JSON colon, and then you say something like access underscore token. Yeah, that seems right. Let's do expires in. That's a int64, if I had to guess. JSON expires in refresh token. Say string JSON And then this is refresh token. And then we have scope. And this is a string. I think that's how you define slices in Go. It's been a minute. So this is JSON colon scope. Ooh, my. Token type is also a string, and we hope it's always bearer. Token type. Great. And then we come down. And we can change this to token exchange response. Yes. Ooh, let's make this a pointer. There we go. Change word to nil, comma. Change word to nil. Okay, and then we'll say, what does do return? That returns a response and an error. So we'll say response error if ink paste delete. I should really do better handling of errors, so I'm going to do that now. If I say like format.printf, because otherwise like I just return the error and I have no idea where it actually failed. I don't want to do print, I want to do error f, right? Error f, and we want to say could not create a request. Percent value, and then in here we want to say, nope, that was correct. We want to say here format.error f could not complete request to exchange the token. Percent %v, nah, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to say error, and then percent %v here. Great. So now we need to do something about that response. So if we say response dot, is it header? No, it's the body. So I want to say body. I think it's JSON. Yeah, encoding, and then it's, what is it, marshal or unmarshal? It is JSON encoding of V. Unmarshal takes in the bytes array and a pointer to the thing you want to do, and then returns that. Okay, yes. And then we'll say response.body, and then in here we'll say, is that how, I feel like that's not the right way to do it. I feel like it's body, response.body, and then you need to do like defer body.close. And then what we'll do is we will create a pointer called tur for token exchange response. What am I doing? There we go. And this is token exchange response. Oh, I need to convert the body to a byte array. I think it's IO, what is it? Is it IO dot read all? Yeah, and then we pass in body. I know I was missing something. And then we'll say, I always do this, body bytes. What are you looking for? Oh, an error. Back. Insert error. Then we'll say Yoink. Paste. Okay. Could not read response body 2 bytes. Then we come in here. Body bytes. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Okay, and then is there an error? Yeah, there is an error. So we'll hopefully just have one more error. Ink. Paste. Yeah, there we go. JSON unmarshal failed. Of token exchange response. There we go. Delete that. Otherwise, it passed, and we can say tur. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is a lot of stuff, and I don't even know what scopes we want yet. So what I'd like to do is test this to some extent to figure out if we can like just log in. Oh yeah, we gotta uncomment these things because those should blow up if we ever leave, if we don't have a Twitch client ID and a Twitch client secret. Okay, so how do we even sign up for that? I probably should have done that the first time. Client grant flow. Register your app. So I'm going to move this to a different window. Developer console. Authorize. Just to make sure that nobody can get my information. Okay. So we get to a screen that looks like this, and we say register your application. Please select a category. Chatbot. Client type, confidential. Confidential clients are capable of maintaining the confidentiality of their client credentials until someone on the server. That's me. If you're unsure which type to select, this is most likely what you need. Yeah, I'm just running on a server, so I need to give it a name. Noe dev chat bot. Oh no. Oh no. Can't do this, can I? Oh, I can. Oh no. It won't let me. If I say like HTTP colon, it's gotta be HTTPS. Hmm. Does that work? Can you do this doodad? Does that work? Say HTTP colon // it only really works for localhost. Okay. So we just have to update our user must have two-factor authentication installed. I do have two-factor authentication installed. Let me check my Twitch profile. I go to twitch.tv. Where am I? See, I always have to check my email whenever I do anything on Twitch to like log in, so I just assume that was second factor, but I guess it's not according to Twitch. Local host. Select the category, chatbot. So it looks like they don't support IPv6 domains yet. They only support like localhost, right? Although I guess if I put a 1 in there, is that local host? I know that failed. So let's see here, URL. So I got the manage. Ooh, look at this. Got my secret and my client ID. So I will bring this over here so that way nobody can see my secret. So then if I bring this back over, I say new tab. I think this is gonna work. Oh boy. All right, close these windows. So I think I need to do this and say like local host. Wait, no, we know that's good. Okay. That's not the experiment I wanted. I wanted to do this and say, I think like localhost in IPv6 land is when you do something like that, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So if I come back into register my app, I'm able to add the -1 HTTP : ::1. They do not support IPv6. That's disappointing. Okay, well, we tried. I realize nobody can see because I'm in the way. What's going on behind me? There we go. Filter rate got an error. Okay, so in that case, we'll come back in here. This is done. Yeah, that's done. Shut this down, shut this down, shut this down, shut this down. Let's see if we can get to a spot where we can do the whole code exchange. And then I'm not going to print the code, I hope, anywhere. If I do, it's going to get real risky. Yeah, I just say login successful. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to launch the browser, navigate to auth URL. Is this called anywhere? Find, what? Yeah, there we go. Find, current buffer, navigate to auth. Okay, interesting. So what we want to do is once we are all set up with this create auth exchange, where we start the local server, and then we call wait. Once the local server is running, we want to say navigate to auth URL. And then for starting the local server, we actually want to change this. So right now we are getting this value. And I think what we want to do is pull this into insert local host : and then %s, and then we'll come in here, and inside address we'll say, oh boy, so we got the string, but we want to get the port. Get port from listener. Yeah, that's what I want. That address. Network address, a TCP address. Oh, okay, address, and then you cast it to a TCP address. So we need the address, and then we say .net .tcp address .port. There we go. And was it D? Can I replace it with D? I think this is it. We're getting there. We're getting there. You're about to leave Twitch. Twitch has no control. Oh, continue. What happened here? Huh, okay. So the redirect address didn't really get set all that correctly, it seems. So if I say go run, authorize client ID, blah, 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 and response type is equal to code, redirect URI. Do I need to URL encode this string? $3G, all right, I'll click continue. Connection refused. Redirect mismatch in error description parameter. Redirect URL I does not match registered URI. Oh, okay. And actually, you know what? If I put in the port, I bet it would work fine. Oh, why did I click that? Okay, so I actually have to set a consistent port, it seems. Okay. So in that case, I don't want to grab any open port. I actually want to grab a specific port. And let's do 4.7s. That should do it, right? So let me reopen my Twitch developer panel. There we go. Twitch developers. Colon 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not a robot. Save. All right, great. I updated my redirect URI. So now if I come back into this, pop that back in there. All right, let's hope for the best. Oh, I did not save. Got save, right? Did I do anything? Yeah, okay. Let's try it again. Go run. Oh, yes, let's do it, let's do it. Okay, ready? We did it. Login success. Login success, that is perfect. I am going to call it a night. We will write the, we will take the time whenever I get back to this to write to the output to a local value, and then we'll also come back to looking at refreshing access tokens.